I'm fucking loaded, bro.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens and come and spend a day in the 757.
Well, Al Kukui travels for work, so every Thursday when he's leaving for the week and I'm leaving to go pick up my kid, we always kind of hit each other up and kind of bullshit for like a half hour to an hour. And I feel like that's another show that we do, that if we
That's
just
on
hit
our
record on
OnlyFans.
our shit,
We put that on our OnlyFans.
if we hit record on that shit, that fucking I think we would get some listens on that too. But yeah, man, how'd you feel about this week? We know that the show's got the VID.
Well, you mean COVID and Rich?
COVID and Rich. Oh shit.
Big fucking credit to both of those guys for even doing a show with the vid. I mean, man,
I couldn't believe that shit. I couldn't believe that shit.
I mean, for everyone who wants to complain about the half hour that we lost or whatever they were complaining about, or, you know, I know I gave Spot some shit about going to see fucking the concert back east, but if anything, I mean, this is dedication. All that shit is wiped away, right? Because this is,
yeah.
I never would have expected him to do it by any means. You know, take care of yourself, take care of your body.
Fuck, like, I feel like there's not one person that would have been like, oh, you fucking pussies. I feel like everybody was like, I just felt like all week was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Stay home, like, fucking rest, you know?
Yeah.
Doug, like the first day or two, we didn't even know they had it, and they were bringing it, you know?
For sure. Oh no, and it was a great week. It was an awesome show. I mean, Covino was on point. Rich was rich, but man, they sound sick. They sounded sick, and I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I think on that Monday I heard Rich, you know, bits and pieces of the beginning of the show, and he had like that sick tone. You know what I'm saying? Covino too.
I felt like a fucking moron though, Doug, because like when Covino was broadcasting from his house, since they were in Texas last week, I figured that he had some other gigs to do and he just wasn't back yet from Texas, you know?
Right,
and then
right.
So then went on the show when they were going to talk about it, and they were like, well, we know you guys aren't fucking stupid. We know you guys know something's going on. I was like, oh, fuck, I must be fucking stupid, because I was like, oh, Covino's still in Texas, you know?
Yeah, well, shout out to the guys. Please rest up, get better. But I do want to make a point. I do got a point I have to establish. You know, my stance on the vaccine is do what you feel is right for you, right? If you want to get it for whatever reason you got going on, grandma, you know, is concerned, or your job requires it, hey, do that. You know what I mean? I am not anti-vaccine by any means. If you feel that's the right choice, do it. If you're anti-vaccine and whatever, you want more testing or more time to pass, you're just not comfortable getting the shot yet, or I don't give a shit if you think it's if people are out to get you and they're trying to kill. I don't care what your thought process is. Mm-hmm. I respect that as well. You don't want to get it for any reason under the moon. I don't care what that reason is. That's also your right. The one thing I don't like is when you have either one of those two stances and you try to force it down other people's throat that don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that, regardless of the stance, whether you're for it or you're against it. And, you know, Spot has been pretty adamant about everyone needing to get the damn vaccine and kind of overstating his opinion. And I don't know, is it a coincidence? You know, Spotty get well, but is it a coincidence that he got hella sick after he tried to push that narrative on the narrative he tried to push on everybody about what would happen if you don't get the shot happened to him, and he got the shot. And I think that's why people that don't want to get the shot still don't get it, because whether I get it or not, I can end up like that. And so rest up. Oh, fuck, I sound like Mike 525 right there. West up, Spot.
West up, Covino and Rich. We want you to do the best you can. We don't want you to get sick and die.
My top three plans. Number one, get well, Covino. Number two, get well, Rich. And number three, Spotty, get well soon. I hope you feel better.
We want you guys to be recording and be good enough to go to Red Robin.
My free Twitch Fridays when I tune into the show, I don't want to miss those. Those are awesome.
You know, that's the good thing about the United States is over here in the good old red, white, and blue is you can have choices.
I'm sorry. I don't normally start busting.
I was fucking
We love you, Mike 525. We love you.
We'll just do a fucking show as Mike 525.
Bro, why did I go blurry? Am I blurry?
Yeah, dog. You look like fucking. Oh, there we go.
Goodness.
There we go.
Hey, I started laughing so hard the screen blurred.
You started laughing so hard the screen started laughing.
It did. It laughed back at me.
Oh fuck! But yeah, man, fucking. I don't know. And you know what's crazy is that. See, this is one thing that and I know we might get some fucking people bitching about this conversation, but oh well. I just what I don't get is that when people are complaining about other people not getting it, like one of the things that they were complaining to Covino about, right? They were like, "Oh, get it, this and this." Well, he didn't feel like it. He just felt like, hey, it wasn't right for him at the time. Well, if you have the vaccine, you can still fucking get it. You can still transmit
evidenced
it.
by the show.
You can, Doug. You can still give it to people. You can. So like 2 weeks ago, fucking Covino said something about Rich hobnobbing, and Rich was like, "Oh no, that's not a thing anymore. That's not a thing. People are just living their life. Oh, you don't hobnob anymore. You don't hobnob." And I wish I could find the fucking clip because it bothered me because I was like, "Dog, even though you're vaccinated, you can still get it. And you can still transmit it to people. So why? So you should be a little careful, even if you're not like fucking hella careful. I haven't been hella careful, I'll be honest. But I'm saying, even if you haven't been like super careful, be somewhat aware that you can still get it and transmit it to people. You know,
and I'm a hobnobber too. So shout out Hobnob Rich because I'm a hobnobber. I don't let it control my life either. But I am careful. I wash my hands everywhere I go. If we're
not
going
Rich,
to the gas,
he's sticking his hand in his butt. He's smelling it. He's fucking shaking your hand right after.
Yeah, no, I don't do none of that. I wouldn't do that with no COVID because I don't want you to. No, I don't stick my fingers in my butt. But anyways, but no, I do. I wash my hands every time I use the restroom. I wash my hands. Go in and pay for gas. I got a little sanitizer, quick, a little squeegee it out real quick, and I wash and I make sure that I'm as clean as I can be. But I don't. I've been to Hawaii a couple times and out of town, many Vegas, Tahoe, Reno. I mean, I've lived my life. So again, but that's why I don't judge people either way. But no,
don't.
But I mean, I do got a question. Like,
what's up?
Why did they buy into the bullshit that you couldn't get anybody sick? Because the only difference is you got the shot and you might not get as sick if you get it. But all the other things about COVID are still in fucking play, whether you get the shot or you don't. Right? Am I wrong to assume that, or has that been established?
From what I understand is that, and this is only my opinion, this is my whatever, but is that if you get COVID, your symptoms won't be as crazy, right? That's what I've heard.
Which is crazy though, because the dude that talked the most about that is the sickest. I mean, he's not even being a part of the show. He's so sick. So even is that true?
That's where that's why there's so many fucking questions with this shit. Because, Doug, like they said, okay, if you have pre-existing conditions, right? If you're obese or you got fucking open heart surgery or something like that, then you're most likely to get hit with it harder. If you're a healthy person, young, not overweight, like
he's a fucking yoga master, bro. He's the master. He's fucking Spoga, bro. Like, that's not supposed to happen to him.
Like, but his pre-existing conditions are his fucking quadruple million bypass shit he had, dog. He had like 6 of his valves fixed or whatever, right?
Yeah, but he looks dope in a tank top.
Yeah, but still, those pre-existing conditions, dog, you don't have to be like fucking, you don't have to look like shit to have like pre-existing conditions. I mean,
did you see all the healthy shit he was using when he made Egg Mountain?
I don't remember.
I'm just saying.
Know what? I never watched that.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, but it's just crazy though how I mean, I don't fucking, I just feel bad for him, Doug, especially now. Like Rich was like, it was kind of bothering me, and I know we bag on Rich a lot, but this is just an honest opinion. It was bothering me when Covino and Spot were feeling like shit, and Rich is like, "Oh, I think you guys got it better. I think you guys got it better. If you feel good in a few days, wasn't that worth it? I don't know when I'm gonna be able to taste again. I try to eat a jalapeno, I don't even taste it." Doug,
But think about that statement though. Who the fuck is anybody to tell anybody who's sick how they're feeling and that they have it better than somebody else? Like, you're not that person. You have no fucking idea what they're feeling in their body. Who do you think you are to make a comment like that?
Doug, and then like eventually Covino and Spot lost their sense of taste and smell as well, right? So
Oh shit.
but the thing is, like, for Rich to say, "Oh, you guys got it better. You'd be sick for a few days, then you'd be fine." Like, for him to say that shit, Doug, when we don't know, when you have COVID, if fucking, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, 10 years down the line, you're still gonna have fucking breathing problems or fucking whatever. You might have shit that's fucking lasting forever.
How would he feel if one of them actually took a turn for the worse and he said some stupid shit like that?
I know. It's fucking,
and just
especially,
and not even the worst of the worst, but what if they even having to go to the doctor or the hospital after he said some stupid, like, wouldn't that make you feel like a turd?
That to me, Doug, that was just like the most fucked up thing you could say.
He's insensitive,
like,
bro.
Doug, and this is what bothers me is like, I feel like the quote unquote, like, what I say is like the rich white guy mentality, right? Is like, I feel like Rich Davis, like, when they I just feel like he got the least of it. Not that I'm saying he should have gotten it worse, but I just feel like Spot being like, he didn't get laid and shit when he was younger. He looked like a dork. He had a big old G-Pro. And,
all right, bro, you said, like, it, I didn't.
Well, like, for real, like, he wore Kmart sneakers and ugly pants and, and then Covino, like, yeah, Covino lived a good life and shit, but, I mean, he's always, do you remember, like, just being a minority, he's getting looked at funny, right?
Right.
Just fucking, I remember there was a story, like, maybe 5 years ago where he talked about being in, like, a CVS or something, and somebody thought he was trying to, like, jack fucking batteries or some shit, like some double A's. And, Doug, and I'm like, these motherfuckers have all this shit, and then, like, the one that gets hit the least is the one that's like, "Hey guys," like I just feel like it's just kind of weird.
He's an airhead, bro.
I feel like if I was one of them, I would be like, this motherfucker again, like, lucks out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
he's like the lucky blonde chick is what he is. He acts like a blonde chick.
But yeah, man. But I just felt like I don't know, Doug, and like, I just saw a lot of people talking on the Carl page, different theories that they have and shit, and we don't know what happened, What
are some of the things the Carls that fuck with us said?
I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, honestly, the people that fuck with us haven't really said a whole lot as far as, like, theories and shit. They've just been, like, wishing them well and shit. Like,
see,
like
that's why they fuck with us. Those are good dudes, right? Those are
Carl
good people.
Reinhardt, fucking Crystal Bray,
Monkey.
fucking Alejandro, fucking all these people that I see have just been like, hey, you know what? Fucking, we don't know what happened, or we don't know whatever. Just fucking feel better,
Right.
And just, like,
absolutely.
And I kind of feel like for people to start to speculate about what they think happened and shit, the only ones that know are Covino, Rich, and Spot, and whether they want to share that with us or not, that's their business.
Yeah, but I don't even care what happened. I just hope they get well.
But yeah, and
they could have caught that shit in a brothel for all I give a shit. I just want them to feel better.
You think Rich caught it at the Green Door back like 2 years ago, and he barely brought it to them?
I think he caught that and Pink Eye at the Green Door.
But yeah, man. I mean,
Green Door Davis.
We hit enough of that shit. What
else?
That's
enough. Hey man, so I got some good stuff. So let's get into Tom Brady's 600 football. I know the guys were opinionated about that. What you think?
As far as what? As far as him giving it away? I mean, as far
because there was developments. Remember Mike Evans, I believe, or who was it? Mike Evans, or was it 14? One of them, he ran to the stands and he put the ball in the stands, and it was a 600 touchdown.
And the dude gave it back, right?
Yeah, they went to retrieve it, and the guy gave it back. And at first, there was no breaking news that night that he actually had got anything in return. So I know the next day the guys were talking about, that ball's probably worth $500,000, or Covino was saying, I want some money for it. He's a dummy. He gave that ball back, and he shouldn't have did that. He should have got some value from it. What you think?
Well, I think Tom Brady tried to make it right by giving him some fucking merch and a Bitcoin and all that good shit. But I think, dog, I don't know. I feel like a Bitcoin is kind of weak. Like he gave him like season tickets and shit. Like, dog, give that motherfucker 3 Bitcoins. You know what I'm saying? That's like fucking. If you give him 3 Bitcoin, that's like it's at like close, say 70 grand right now, right?
And when did you give it to him? Did you give it to him at 70 grand, or did you give it to him at 58.5 this week when it dropped?
And see, and the thing is, say you give it to him at 70, right? And it's $210,000, 3 of them, right?
Right.
So say he's got 3 Bitcoins, and that, Doug, they're saying this shit could be worth like fucking 500 grand easily, right?
Bitcoin?
The fucking ball,
Right.
Right. So they're saying that the ball could be worth fucking like $1 bajillion and shit. Well, when it comes to fucking Bitcoin,
I know that's probably what one of mine's worth.
And see, Doug, they when it comes to Bitcoin,
it's gotta be at least, especially with that unvaccinated sperm, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have all normal. Yeah, you know what though? I wonder. I mean, this is kind of going back to that. But
hey, shout out Tom Brady. You want one of these balls and shit? I'll take 500 G's.
I wonder, Doug, if you'll be able to get like more money for like if you go to donate like semen and shit.
Oh, you are? No, they say it's 10. I'm seeing shit. It's 10 grand right now.
Shut the fuck up.
It was on the interwebs, but yeah, check it out. Unvaccinated sperm value.
10 grand.
I'm gonna Google it right now while we're on the podcast. No, I heard it was a lot of money. Yeah, unvaccinated sperm, bro.
Oh, but you know, but no. See, I feel like if Tom Brady gave him even fucking 2 Bitcoin, dog, not even fucking 3, give him 2, right? And then say in fucking 10 years that shit's worth like 500 grand. This motherfucker's got $1 million. And
give him a billion in Shibu.
Oh, Shiba Inu.
Shiba, yeah, Shiba Inu. Give him like $1 billion of those too.
You know what?
Worth about $3.
You know what? Actually, right now, you know what? I wonder how much my shit is. I can't.
Hey, COVID. Right here, it's on YouTube, bro. COVID, and again, I'm just looking at the interweb. I'm not saying this is fact or fiction. I'm making that disclaimer right now. But right here, it says COVID truthers claim unvaccinated sperm will be the next Bitcoin. I'm just saying, bro. There's rumors out there.
Dang, that's dog. That is.
I don't even know if you can see it from the shit, but
no, I can't. All it did was make you dark.
I know.
But Doug, speaking of, you know what, of Shiba Inu, I wanted to fucking Rich got a little irritated with me this week. Did you see? When I told him, because
yes, he did.
This motherfucker. All right, and I'm gonna stick by what I said. Rich was fucking Dicky come lately when it came to fucking Shiba, right? And I'm not even saying lately. He didn't come because you know what? I still see that shit fucking going way higher, right? The thing is that as soon as he started hearing people being like Shiba, he went out and bought it. Doug, if you fucking, that is like the worst time to buy shit is when people, it's like fucking Warren Buffett says, right? You buy steaks. I mean, you buy stocks like they're groceries, right? You buy them when they're on sale, right? When everybody's selling, that's when you buy, right? And when everybody's buying, that's when you can fucking sell your shit because it's fucking hot, right?
Absolutely.
Fucking Rich is like, oh, Shiba, let me go buy fucking 30 million or whatever he said he bought, right? Which is probably at the time
$100.
It just cracks me up that this motherfucker is like I feel like after he bought, maybe he made a profit, maybe he held on to it, or maybe he fucking held on to it and it dropped because that shit's been going up and down. But I think like right now, when everybody's talking, oh, Doge might make another fucking run. Shiba is fucking the shit. Right now,
Doge was making a run though. I think Doge was up, right? Wasn't it up like 14%?
Yeah, it was. And see, the thing is, I think now is the time to start looking at some other coins, because when I looked at Shiba back in May when like Doge was making like a big fucking move and shit, right? Fucking Doge was making their run. That's when Shiba was like, nobody was really talking about Shiba at the time, right?
Right.
So I was looking into, well, now that Shiba's fucking like all the rage, there's some dog that I saw. Did I fucking take a picture of him? Let me see. I might have taken a picture of some of the ones.
You know what I did with my Shiba? I bought my Shiba, and yeah, my shit tripled. And what I did was I took all my profits out, and I just put the money I left in there was the money I originally started with, and then that way, if it blows, it blows, and I don't got to worry about it.
That's smart. That's smart, right? And you're just playing with house money, right?
Right.
So
And I doubled it. So whatever I put in there, I doubled. I took that right off the top. And then I just left what I started with in there. And that way it's freebie. If that shit hits a penny, cool. If it goes and tumbles, so fucking be it. I'm cashed out.
no, and see, and I was looking at some coins yesterday. Oh, you know what? I might have them on my fucking. I went to this website.
They're talking about a lot of them at work. I just don't want to misspeak. So fucking but they were
Um,
talking. There's a whole bunch they're talking about. They were on at work even. They were on Sheba months ago too, and they were talking about. So I just don't want to say one started with a Q. I think.
hold on. Let me log into my shit right here because there's this website where.
Thought you
where I
logged in before the show.
What?
Thought you
Oh,
logged-
you're fucking dick, you know. All right. So for those of you listening, I called Al Kakui and I was like, "Hey, let's fucking we'll do this shit in a few minutes or whatever." Or actually, I texted him and then he calls me, and he can hear the echoes from miles away, right? And he's like, "Hey,
Bro,
what are you?"
and
you
it
dropped-
echoed number three.
Well, okay, so it echoed forever, and I was like, "All right, I'm taking a shit." And he was like, "Yeah, I was about to ask if you're dropping a fucking deuce, right?" Then I took longer because I couldn't find my contacts. So this motherfucker texted me. He's like, "Hey, so you dropping a number 3 or what?" I was like, "Fuck." All right, let me see. So look
That's a little
at some of the
behind
ones.
the velvet rope right there.
Well, we do behind the velvet soap. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. Behind the velvet soap.
Um,
Shout out Spot.
where the fuck? Let me see.
Get well.
Watch list right here. So these are some of the ones that. Okay, so Sheba.
Maddie Bell, Riley Reed.
See, these are some of the ones that I'm not even saying they're gonna blow up or whatever, but start looking into them, right? Start looking into them. There's fucking okay, so there's Sheba right here on my little list. So we have Kangal, Kangal,
Mm-hmm.
Saitama,
I like Kango,
SAIT.
but I like Kango a lot better. But whatever.
You like the Kangol hats?
No, but the brand is cool. I don't
Um,
wear those hats. They don't do my face justice. I look good. I look good in this Vegas Raiders though.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Speaking of you look good, I have a little story about that I want to get to that we talked about I think last week, but I cut out. I want to revisit though because I have some audio to actually show you a real life example.
All
But
right.
Saitama, Saitama. Cool. You know what? And some of the ones I listed, I'm gonna try to put up here on the screen so we can actually see. And I added Cardano and Polka Dot. So if people are curious, either look right here on the screen, or if you're listening, maybe they'll be in the fucking description. I don't know. But,
And I got a question for you too, because I'm gonna tell you something that I did, and I don't necessarily. I mean, I know I make money doing it, but I don't know if it's the right strategy. Are you a buy and a long haul guy where you can watch it hit the 66.7 and then drop to 58, 155 within 48 or 72 hours? Or are you the guy that tries to time it where, like I did, I saw it at 66.7 and I saw it coming down, and I think I sold my Bitcoin at 66.2, and then I bought back in when it hit 58, 155, and you know today, what's it at, like 62? Do you do that, or do you just ride it out through the ups and downs?
the only one that I've held when it comes to crypto, the only one that I've held fucking for more than like a fucking month is Shiba. Usually I try and fucking
Flip
play
'em?
with the fucking guessing, and yeah, I try to, okay, it hit, now it's gonna fucking dip, but
Well, you know what, bro? Because the how we started this conversation is a perfect example of how I judge. When the fucking
Yeah.
Rich Davises of the world, who don't know jack shit about crypto, are talking about a certain crypto, you know that it's close to hitting its peak or it's about to peak out. Because now you
Yeah.
got people that don't even do this. You know what I'm saying? They just do it when it's convenient or cool, or a rumor gets spread, and now they're buying it. So you know that's to me, that's a judgment of the hype on the coin. And I don't think too much longer after that, it might not dip back down forever, but it's going to drop because that's going to cause certain people to fucking sell.
yeah, no, 100%. I believe that 100%, and that's why I'm saying right now is the time to start looking at some of the ones that nobody's talking about, or that very few people, not nobody. Right now is the time to start looking at some of the ones that the fucking the mainstream isn't talking about. I guess that would be the best way to put it.
And read the
Because,
verbiage and read the verbiage on them too. Like a lot of times in the verbiage, when they try to become their own thing, to me, that's a red flag. I like the cryptos that integrate with, Ethereum and Bitcoin, and they're friendly to the platforms of all trading multiple currencies. You know what I'm saying? Like multiple cryptos on the same platform, because I think those have the most potential. Instead of the ones trying to build, there's not one, in my opinion, that's probably ever going to tackle Bitcoin and beat Bitcoin as the number one crypto, and probably not even Ethereum, to be honest. You know what I mean? So the ones that work good on those platforms are usually the ones that catch my attention.
And see, like ones like dog, like I see Ethereum probably hitting like, I don't know, like 20 G's right now. It's at like 4, right?
Or 44.
It had dipped to like what, like 15 or 1200. And
Mm-hmm.
but Doug, just some of the shit that I was watching is saying that it could hit like 20 grand. And but that's something that I don't feel like fucking holding on to see the next. If you can afford it and you're like, fuck it, I'll buy fucking a couple Ethereum and fucking spend 8 grand on it or whatever.
Right.
And watch it go up and down, then that's cool. But I just don't have that kind of fucking liquid cash to just fucking fuck around with,
You know
so
what I
for
do?
me,
You know what I have been doing that's been hella convenient with the fucking Venmos and the Cash Apps and PayPals, and dude, they've all made it super easy to invest. Well, also, like if me and you go to lunch, bro, and you ain't got cash on you, and you're gonna Cash App me or Venmo me or PayPal me for your part of the meal, or what, if I'd probably just get it. But let's just say in a perfect world, you're paying, you're buying me lunch or I'm buying you lunch, doesn't exist, and we're halving it everywhere we go. Like anytime anyone sends me any money like that, I just fucking put it into crypto, bro. That's an easy way to save money, because no one's usually sending you over more than 30, 40, $50 at a time.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And it makes it hella easy to fucking save it, because if they Venmo or Cash App, you can just buy crypto right there on the spot.
that is, that's true. I never even thought of that. As far as like they send it to you and you just convert it right away.
Well, you don't have to convert it. Like on Cash App, it just goes into your Cash App balance, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. You can go to the tab that says buy crypto. You can send it to yourself, send it to somebody. It's same with I think Coinbase is a little bit different, but with Cash App, it's hella easy, bro. Like I'm looking at my Cash App balance right here. I can cash out, I can add it, I can transfer it, I can fucking hit the little Bitcoin symbol, and because my Bitcoin, that's where I bought mine, was through Cash App, because it's hella easy.
My favorite fucking my favorite place to buy crypto and shit is fucking Coinbase. I love Coinbase because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like, to me, it's the most trustworthy. And one of the ones that I actually had a really good experience with as well, I just didn't really care for the like interface and shit, is crypto. Just crypto.com.
Right.
They have an app too. And actually, I bought Shiba through them back in May because it wasn't available on Coinbase yet. That's one of the disadvantages of Coinbase, is that they don't really bring shit to them till it's a little more fucking.
But shit,
like,
their stock's like $400.
What, Coinbase?
Fuck yeah, because a lot of people are using Coinbase. I'll be honest, Coinbase, you can buy obviously more crypto. So I have my Coinbase, and I got the free Bitcoin they give you when you sign up, and I got my Ethereum through there, and my Shiba through there. But I do my Bitcoin through Cash App. Cash App is the platform, and the interface is so easy because it doesn't deal with all those other cryptos. It's really just Bitcoin. There's just a Bitcoin symbol in there, and it's easy, bro. You can deposit your Bitcoin, you can withdraw Bitcoin, you can share it. You share your crypto and send coin. It's super easy, dude. And so for the Bitcoin, I use Cash App, but for everything else, I do use Coinbase.
Yeah. I know Carl Reinhardt was telling me about
Carl
Kraken.
Reinhardt.
There's one called Kraken.
Yeah.
There's a few that I've fucked with, but I try not to get too fucking like. I try not to use too many platforms and shit. To me, it just gets a little confusing after a while,
Yeah, for sure. No, I just got the two, but I do have a PayPal account. And so for my eBay shit, and I was in PayPal, and I noticed now they let you buy crypto. So I got, I got curious. I opened up Venmo. You can buy it in Venmo. Like, it's dope how easy it is to buy it. So if you don't want to be some advice, I'm gonna give all of our listeners, some free advice. If you don't want to be the Walmart greeter when you're 65 or 70 because you got to pay your bills, save your credits. An easy way to save. You know, you can save $10 at a time because what's cool is like, unlike the way it used to be with stocks, you know, a lot of people didn't buy a Google stock because if it's $1,000 or 2,000, you couldn't buy a partial stock. You can now, but you can't buy partial crypto. So, I mean, it's an easy way when someone cash apps you, you got some extra change, just to save, you know, just to save some scratch and just diversify yourself.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that when it comes to like Bitcoin, I do see Bitcoin going through from what I'm hearing, what the experts are saying, not me,
Right.
is
Over a
that
hundo easy.
that soon it's gonna hit there's gonna be a bear market, right? Where it's gonna go down and but
And that's what I'm
because
going to buy up.
there was a chart that I had seen
Is that going to
where
be a yogi bear market, or what kind of bear market is that going to be?
it's Smoky.
Hey, boo boo. Oh, Smokey the bear. The one
Smokey the
that
bear.
prevents forest fires.
Of course. So
All right.
but no, but I see if it comes to like say it drops significantly and then but over if you're trying to like you said, like since you're talking about savings, if you're trying to use your Bitcoin like a savings account over the next fucking 10 years or so, Doug, fucking I think that is
Highly recommend.
smarter to do than even a fucking normal savings account with your fucking bank or something. Because
Right.
Doug, if you, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. But if Bitcoin's something, because even like on Coinbase, you could have fucking $10, $15, $50,
Right.
whatever, as a recurring buy, once a month, twice a month, every week, whatever the fuck. I forget what options they have. But if you want to do that, you could have it going into your fucking Bitcoin and don't even fucking look at it. Don't even tempt yourself.
Nope.
Right?
And
So fucking
and think about it like this. Like for me, I'm in a new industry that, you know, doesn't have a traditional 401k or like a savings match program or something like that. I'm compensated really well, but we don't have the you know, the 401k or anything like that. So it's, you have to still save money somehow. So if you're in an industry like that where maybe your job doesn't provide you a 401k, that's an awesome way to save money. And like you said, you made the best point. You just make a reoccurring occurrence for 100 or $200 every other week, whatever you can afford. And it's a great way to save money because, you know, Bitcoin, that's also when you're not maybe playing the highs and the lows and the bull and the bear markets. Maybe you just, like you said, that's great advice. Put that shit away. You know, in 10 years, it's going to be worth a gang of money. Just have it reoccurring and look at it down the road when you need it.
yeah, no, and I think even if like there's one that you don't use as often, like say you don't want to do it through Coinbase, but you know Venmo does it or some shit. Just find another platform that you don't use as often that you could fucking have a recurring buy through, so you're not
Right.
tempted to look at it and shit. Because that's my problem, Doug. Is if I have
Right.
them like all on fucking Coinbase or something, like I'm like, oh fuck, okay, you know what? Well, wait, I'm gonna convert this fucking Bitcoin to Shiba, or I'm gonna
Right.
convert this Shiba to fucking Ethereum, or I'm
Right.
gonna, you know, I when they're all there, I want to fuck with them. That's my problem. If I'm trying to use it as an actual savings, I have to put it in a different platform that I don't really use very often. That I don't even have the app on my phone. Like I have to literally go to the website to log into and shit. Because
Right.
then I'm gonna fuck with it. I just know myself, you know.
One, and all those platforms you mentioned all have direct links to your checking account if you set it up that way. And it's
Mhm.
easy as shit. I mean, we're in 2021, almost 2022. It's just the touch of your touch screen, bro, to get that money. It take literally, I paid my bills this week in like 8 minutes. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
sitting there transferring it from your checking account to a Venmo or a Cash App or a Coinbase, literally, there's just no excuse. And then you can do $5, like you said. So there's really no excuse.
$5.
It's a great five on it. Shout out Yuck. Anyways, you know, there's just no excuse. Get your shit together. It's the way things are going. You know, don't just do that. Like I got some gold, platinum, silver. You got to try to do some real estate. You got to save good cold hard cash. You know, you got to do stocks and bonds. And that way, when one of those markets is up, you know, one's probably going to be down. And when that one comes up, this one's going to, stocks usually when they go down, gold and precious metals go up. So that's how I try to balance that. And crypto, from what I've seen so far, kind of does its own thing. It doesn't really react to that much, to that too much. You know what I'm saying? Stocks and bonds are like, and gold is connected, bro. When one's doing well, the other one's doing all right. But when one's not doing well, the other one's doing really well. You know what I mean? So
you know, my favorite thing about crypto, Doug, is that like I know you can do like off market hours or whatever the fuck, non-traditional
yeah,
hours or
it just
whatever the fuck,
runs,
like,
bro.
Like, yeah, like when you're doing like traditional stocks, you have to like for me, like I have Fidelity. I'll like opt in to trade on like off hours or some shit, right?
Oh, you
But
can do
with
that.
crypto, yeah, there's just you literally like click something and sign an agreement or something.
Oh,
But
but the market stops though, right? You can execute whenever you want the trade, but the market still stops.
and well, it's funny because with crypto, I dig it because it's fucked up. I could wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm like, I'll look at my phone, I'll check
You got your
Facebook
eye
and
boogers
shit,
out.
and yeah, and I'm like, and then I'll fucking be like, all right, and I'll fucking go to Coinbase and see how everything's going or crypto or whatever, and then you can fucking trade shit right there, you know. Then fucking
Well,
go back
and
to
I can
sleep.
do that with Vanguard and my Charles Schwab. I think I can trade at everything, but I think what I like about crypto is the numbers keep moving. The market never closes. Where the gold market closes a little bit later than the stock market, but crypto market doesn't close. Like the stock market closes where I'm at. I think it's at 3 o'clock or 3 p.m. You're done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But crypto, that motherfucker goes up and down all night. I do like
Well,
that. That's
for
awesome.
me, dog, especially I know since you're in California, your shit is like you're always West Coast time.
Califas.
And Doug, my shit, since we're fucking our shit, sometimes we're on the same time zone as you. Sometimes it's a little different. Doug, sometimes my shit's closing at fucking 12 or 1 or no, not 12. It would usually like 1 p.m. or 1:30. It's because it's like 4:30, you know, in
Right.
New York or whatever. And it's just like, fuck, 1:30, Doug, sucks. Go the whole fucking rest of your day without being able to do shit. It's just like, it's kind of boring. What the fuck was that?
My mom's trying to buzz in, dude. She wanted my help with something, and I told her I'd be over there at 5, and she's trying to buzz in at noon. And even though I'm on airplane mode, it still went in, and I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What about Covino's dad calling? And he told Covino made a comment that he needs to chime in on the thread.
Doug, that made me laugh so hard because his dad's like right there on the in-show chat all day, and now his mom too. So I think for a while
now she's retired. That's dope.
it's funny because for a while his mom would chime in every once in a while, but she would use his dad's account. So
Right.
it would be like it would say Steven Covino and then or Steve Covino or whatever the fuck the dad's handle is, but it was a comment coming from the mom. Now it's funny because you see like you see Brianna Miller, you see fucking Cliff Masaka, you see Steve Covino, and then you see Mauser, and then you see Tensia Covino. And then you see Don Covino, and then it's funny because you get to see the whole family, Doug, and that's something
That's awesome.
that I think is fucking
awesome.
cool. That is like that is so fucking cool to have like
Shout out
because,
Covino family.
Doug, because they're not even all over the country, they're all over the world, you know.
Right, she's in Germany, right? Yeah.
Somebody's in Germany, somebody's in fucking Jersey, somebody's in LA, somebody's in fucking there's people family in Texas. I'm pretty sure that Covino has like for everybody to be fucking in the chat right there. And then later, when they're bullshitting on like their family chat or whatever, they all know the references or they all know about what they were talking
dope.
about. That's
what I thought was funny though is if he told him to chime in on the chat. I could hear Big Steve. Hey yo, he said chime in on the chat. I just tried to call.
He's like, why is my dad calling me? He's like, he knows I'm recording or he knows I'm on the air or whatever. And then Covino's like, Dad, just chime in on the chat. And I was just like.
You think Mauser, any of those cats that always try to call Rich or text Rich directly took anything from that or no? No.
Probably not, but it made me laugh because that just shows you there's no special treatment, even if you're fucking a parent of them.
His parent, Big Steve, bro, big. They got the same name, but one of them has big in front of it, bro. I mean, it's Big Steve. Hey, yo.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was funny as fuck. And then it's so funny too. Like, I guess I'll kind of go off on a tangent because I think it's funny to see the mom get into her fucking conversations too, because like I had mentioned, Rich started talking about Damian Fahey, right? He was the dude that took over Carson Daly for TRL. Right. And that was kind of when I fell off of TRL because I was a huge TRL fan back in the day.
Well, I must not be a TRL fan because I don't know what the hell TRL even means.
Well, it was a show that Carson Daly did for
the fat
a
dude
while.
on late night.
No, that's James Corden.
No. There's another one. I just seen Carson Daly. Doesn't he do so? What's he do?
He's on the Today Show.
Is he kind of chunky?
He's gained a little weight, but he's not. I wouldn't say he's even chunky.
No.
But fucking Carson Daly used to do a show called Total Request, right?
Okay.
And then there used to be a show called MTV Live. And then they combined the two shows in like 1998, and they made it Total Request Live. So they'd have on like, it was a bunch of pop people. They'd have on like the Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, and you know, once in a while they'd have like the Foo Fighters if fucking Dave Grohl had Learn to Fly or some shit like on their countdown. So they would play music videos and shit. Well, anyway, after Carson Daly did that show from like 98 to like, or let me see, was it like, I think he did it from like 98 to 08 or 98 to 03 or some shit. He did it for a number of years, right? And it was like his show. And then he left and Damien Fahey came in, and Damien Fahey started doing it. And then also Brian McFadden. Brian McFadden was another, person on the show. Well, it was funny because Rich was talking about when Damien Fahey started to kind of big time him, because now he's the face of MTV for a minute, you know?
Right.
And so I guess him and Rich were friends, and then he started to be kind of like, oh, well, you know, I can't do that for my image or some bullshit, right? He started to be kind of a prick. Well, what's funny,
we can't do what? Be friends with Rich?
Like, just like, I guess, go out and party and shit or whatever. Like, have random, you know, hookups and shit or something. I don't know.
No nasties?
But it was funny because Damien or Brian McFadden was a dude that Covino knew growing up, like coming up in radio and shit. He was called Altar Boy on a show on like K-Rock or something, right? Well, Brian McFadden was another dude that was one of the faces of TRL and shit. And so it was funny because I had put in the chat, I was like, when Rich was talking about Damien Fahey being a dick or, you know, changing, I was like, I'm glad that, you know, Damien Fahey and fucking Brian McFadden, out of the two of them, Brian McFadden stayed cool, because him and Covino are still cool to this day. Right. And then it was funny because Covino's mom gets in the chat. I love Brian McFadden. He's always been such a good boy. And all this shit.
That's great.
And it was so funny because it's so funny because like Covino's mom, I'm sure she's met Brian a handful of times and whatever, and it's just so funny for her to be like, oh, you know, he's always been down to earth and humble, and
Yep.
and it's just so funny to see the parents' perspectives and the family's perspectives and shit, and we all get to reap all the benefits, you know. So I love it, man.
Well, I'm kind of jealous of that too, because Covino lays it all on the line on his show, and his parents accept him for who he is completely. And I only had one of my parents do that. Like, my pops accepted me for me, you know what I mean? But my mom, her and the Lord have got the same phone number, bro. Like, I don't know, they're the same. They reside in the same zip code or something. I don't know. We don't got a lot of comments, so she couldn't hear me talk like that, even though I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm jealous. That's awesome that both his parents support him being himself to his core, and they're part of the show family, dude. Like, they chime in. That's dope. I'm jealous, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I think, and you know what? It's so funny because I think growing up, like, my parents were super like conservative as far as like even like alcohol and fucking like sex and all, like everything was like fucking like was very, very like George Lopez has a joke. Anytime you try to talk sex in a Mexican family, it's cochino, you know? Like, you're like, what about sex? They're like, what about it? Cochino, you know? They're always calling you gross and shit.
Not the ones I grew up with, bro.
well, see, it's funny because
you know what? I got to interrupt. My best friend, Rudy Garcia, bro, he lost his virginity while we were watching Colors in a bedroom, and he's banging a chick in the corner. So I don't know, bro. And that was in his grandma's house. So
yeah, but was he openly talking about it with his grandma and shit?
Bro, they used to graffiti in the walls, bro. You would walk in and they tagged with Sharpie all the walls. It looked like a fence in the worst neighborhood, but all their walls looked like that. They were wild, bro. Smoking KJ. The Uncle Joe was drinking like 40 beers a day, bro. All he did was sit on the couch and drink beer all fucking day long. And they might not have talked about it with the grandma, but they definitely talked openly amongst each other in that house.
Well, see, yeah, I guess I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm the minority in this, but George Lopez had a joke about it, so I'm guessing it was like,
oh, sorry,
for
bro.
For me, it was like, I thought it was more commonplace for it to be like a little more conservative and shit. But as I've gotten older and shit, it's cool, dog, that like I even told you, like, my mom will listen to this podcast and shit, and I feel like I'm pretty much, no, I feel like I'm pretty much like myself on this shit.
Right.
You know, and you know, we talk about fucking just whatever, pretty much. And so I think it's cool that like I feel like Covino. The only thing that's funny is like Covino's parents will be straight up like in the chat, and then he'll talk about like, hooking up with some nussy and shit. And I'm just like, for me, I would still feel kind of a little bit weird talking about that kind of shit, like with your parents in the chat. But I don't know. I think that's like you said, one of the things that's super cool is that he can be that fucking open, and he's like, hey, this is fucking me,
And they accept him, and you know what I mean. They accept him for who he is, and that's great, bro. That's a great relationship, great family.
You know what? One of the things they talked about this week was, getting rid of an actor like either Denzel or fucking Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Hanks and all this shit. One of the people that there was one that they mentioned that was like Adam Sandler, Will Farrell, or Seth Rogan, right?
Ooh.
And they were like, oh, the easy answer is Seth Rogen. But I'm like, I don't know, dog, because I feel like I like more Seth Rogen movies than I do Will Ferrell movies.
I can't say that. I can't agree. I don't have an easy one. I think Adam Sandler after like the year like 2005 maybe.
Yeah, well, see, Adam Sandler I'm keeping regardless, right?
I like him. My favorite movie's Happy Gilmore, but some of his latest shit ain't that great.
Well, yeah, I agree 100%. But Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, I can't fucking Big Daddy, dog. These shits are like fucking, oh my God, they're some of my favorite movies of all time. But with Will Ferrell, I'm trying to think, like Elf. I just watched that Movies That Made Us. Elf is one of my favorite movies.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is probably like top 5 favorite movies of all time for me.
What about Old School, bro? That's top 5 for me. Old
School is fucking dope. But other than that, what movies is like
Talladega Nights?
It's all right.
That was fucking great, bro. Talladega, Ricky Bobby, bro. You don't fuck with Ricky Bobby? Come on, Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby.
That's all right, I guess.
Bro.
That's why
if you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby. You don't fuck with Ricky Bobby?
I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it again.
Oh, where all them kids are talking shit about they want Pizza Hut and Taco Bell at the dinner table. And bro. Yeah, Ricky Bobby, bro.
I don't know. Maybe I fucking and you know what though? Honestly, I haven't seen it in like 15 years. You know
why it has a soft spot in my heart?
What?
Because when I had got my I don't even want to misspeak, dude. I think it was a PlayStation 3. Was it a 3? I don't know, bro, but it was the first Blu-ray. I remember I bought a Sony PlayStation and they included Talladega Nights with it. That shit was funny as hell, bro. I don't know if you partake in whatever you partake in, but do that. Watch a fucking Ricky Bobby and Talladega Nights. Let's talk about this.
I'm gonna have to, because when I did watch it, I wasn't a huge fan of Will Ferrell, right? And I'm talking about like 15 years ago or whatever. And like I love fucking Elf. I love Old School. I love fucking Step Brothers, right? Mm-hmm. And Talladega Nights, I don't think I really even ever gave it a chance. So for me, it's always been kind of
Well, John C. Reilly's in it, and they have great chemistry. That's why Step Brothers. C.
Reilly, dog.
That's why Step Brothers works so great. So they have similar chemistry. It's great, bro. He's in it, and then the Spanish dude, he's all like, this fucker's like driving, he's drinking his little coffee.
See, I haven't watched Talladega Nights since Step Brothers even came out.
Oh no, Talladega Nights, that shit where he fucking, bro, he thinks he's on fire, like he gets in that wreck, so then again he gets in another wreck, and every time he thinks he's on fire, so he gets out all naked and nothing's even wrong with him. Oh, that shit's so fucking great, dude.
See, I don't even remember like half of the shit you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
like the kids talking about Taco Bell and shit. I don't remember any of that.
And coming in at number 1 is Talladega Nights because it's funny and I like Ricky Bobby.
Why did he become British? I like Ricky Bobby.
Well, because I think I was trying to do my Mike 525, but the character's Spanish in there, and he sees Ricky Bobby, and as I tried to say it, it came out the way it did.
Oh, okay, but see, so for me, I like the movies that like Step Brothers, Elf, Old School are fucking classics. Those are some of my favorite movies again of all time.
Right.
Fucking. And see, like Step Brothers, I remember. I want to say it was around the time. Maybe me and my girl started kicking it. I want to say, but we would watch that movie literally on repeat, dog. We would finish it and then we would just hit play again. Right. And like that, I fucking loved that movie. And And so see, when it comes to that, I'm thinking like Seth Rogen, dog. I fucking like. I've been such a fan of him since like even Freaks and Geeks in like fucking 2000, 99, 2000.
Right.
You know, like, and I.
But what about
love
Anchorman? Were you a fan of Anchorman, Ron Burgundy?
Never my shit, dog. Not even close to being my shit ever.
No?
No, you like that shit or what?
Anchorman was a shit. Like I'm looking right now as we're talking, I'm trying to see if I can't make this point. Anchorman was fucking great. I liked Anchorman a lot. That was dope.
I didn't care for Anchorman.
2 was it was all right, but
2,
I wasn't
I never
big...
even heard of 2. Like TWO.
Oh yeah, 2. Yeah, no, number 2, bro. Anchorman number 2.
Oh, Anchorman 2. I thought it was a movie just called 2.
What about
I never even saw Anchorman 2.
Yeah, and I wasn't big on like Semi-Pro or like Blades of Glory. That wasn't really my shit. But the other guys was cool. Whatever, the shit with Kevin Hart, Get Hard, that was hella funny.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, that was a good Kevin Hart, Will Farrell, bro, classic, legends.
Yeah, maybe I had seen it.
And then they got that one, Daddy's Home. That was funny with Mel Gibson.
Oh yeah, Daddy's Home was good.
So I don't know, like, but I think what Will Ferrell, what it is for me, that the reason I would say Will Ferrell is like the movies that I do like the top 5, like I would say, Talladega Nights for me, Old School. What was the other one?
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Like those are just Hall of Fame legendary movies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of the same with Sandler. I think I got the same amount of Sandler movies that are just legendary to me, and like Will Ferrell.
Well, look, Doug, like as far as like I'm thinking of some of like the fucking Seth Rogen shit. Doug, the fact that him and his fucking homie wrote Superbad is one of my favorite movies ever. Like I watched that shit in the fucking theater with my homie Luis and my homie Chris. Actually, 2 of the dudes that I've been talking about lately. I remember I watched it with both of them. Oh no, I saw 40-Year-Old Virgin with them too. I saw Superbad, I think, with Luis and Johnny, if I'm not mistaken.
And Neighbors was great too. Remember Neighbors?
I never saw Neighbors.
Pineapple Express, Knocked Up.
See, Pineapple Express, one of my favorite fucking movies. Knocked Up, one of my favorite movies. Superbad, one of my favorite movies. Like, dog, these are fucking movies that I could watch over and over and not get tired of them.
What about The Night Before? Did you like that one?
I liked that one. I really liked that one. I thought that was a good one as far as like, it was kind of, it was like, I felt like it could have been hit or miss, right? Because you're going for like a Christmas theme. It's kind of like, but I thought it was awesome. I really liked that one. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it. Yeah. I thought everything about that movie was dope. Like, I really liked that movie. And then, let me see. Oh, 50-50 was another fucking good movie that I fucking dug. With, it was with Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and then fucking, who was the chick in it? Was it Kate Mara or Anna Kendrick was in it? I love Anna Kendrick. So I thought that movie was fucking dope. Let me see. This is the end. The interview was fucking cool. Yeah, I don't know, Doug. See, I love Seth Rogen.
I think you know what I think Seth Rogen does? I think he's got a lot more movies that I liked, but I don't think he has as many classics, like the ones that I can't go without.
Yeah. Well, see, like for me, Doug, like Superbad, fucking Pineapple Express, Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin, like, Doug, fucking
yeah, you're right.
Those already like make me fucking. And I see, and the thing is though,
I don't know NRB.
I don't know if I could get rid of Will Ferrell though. As much as like, I don't think he's like up there as far as like the amount of movies I like from him, but the ones I do like from him, I fucking love. You know what I'm saying? So it's so fucking.
We're going streaking.
Oh, but what about the fucking Denzel and Robert Downey Jr. argument?
That's easy. I don't like Robert Downey Jr. Get that fucker out of here.
And see, that to me, that was easy as
fuck.
That's
easy.
Too.
Easy.
And look and one of the things that they were saying is that,
bro, he was Malcolm X.
Doug,
he was Jesus Shuttleworth's dad, and fucking he got game. He was. I think I can make more Denzel movies than the 3 we just talked about previously.
Well, see, look at it. Like when it comes to Robert Downey Jr., one of the arguments they made was that if you get rid of Robert Downey Jr., you get rid of the fucking whole Marvel universe and shit.
Uh-oh, fuck. That really breaks my heart.
Exactly, Doug. That's where I was like, I don't think I've seen any of those fucking movies.
No,
like,
I don't watch that shit. I watch Batman and Superman, bro. That's it. And Black Panther.
I remember my girl tried to show me Transformers, and she was so irritated that I wouldn't shut up through the whole fucking movie because I was so bored. Right. And then
I'm gonna make an announcement right here, bro. I haven't watched all the Fast and the Furious movies either. I didn't really give a shit about the Transformers. I saw the first Transformers, bro, and that's it. And if that's your deal, again, go for it.
Okay, I saw Fast and the Furious. I saw like number 2 at the fucking theater, and that was like it. I saw only one of those in the theater. I don't know which one it was. I think The Rock was in it, so that was 2 or 3 or some shit. I don't know.
But even American Gangster, bro, Jay-Z's like the #1 media music mogul ever in life almost. And fucking dude, he did the soundtrack for American Gangster, bro. Book of Eli. You ever seen Book of Eli?
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
That's the one with fucking what's her face, right?
It's where he's blind and he's got the one version of the Bible and no one knows that it's in Braille till the end of the movie.
Doug, I remember getting that movie on fucking bootleg. And like, what year did that come out? Do you have it right there?
Yeah, it came out in 2010.
2010?
Yep.
Huh. When was 2010? Yeah, I probably did get a bootleg version of it. Yeah, I think I did because, Doug, I remember it was like one of those bootlegs where it was like really good quality, but then you just see like somebody walk up and go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I remember those. But bro, he was also Malcolm X. Bro, what about John Q? You remember John Q?
John Q, dog. That's you can't get rid of that one.
Nah, bro. He was in Two Guns with Mark Wahlberg. He was in Out of Time. Dude, he was in so many different movies. Crimson Tide. I don't know. You can't. I think Denzel takes the cake for me.
No, like fucking Training Day. How the fuck do you get rid of Training Day?
You can't. You know,
how the fuck do you get Book of Eli? Let me see. Training Day.
Equalizer.
Doug, I like so many of these shits. Like, Doug, John Q. I mean, John Q. Training Day. Maybe it was that early 2000s Denzel that I dug a lot. Man on Fire was dope. Fucking, let me see. Of course, American Gangster. But, Doug, I just feel like and Covino said that a lot of people didn't want to say they would get rid of Denzel because they didn't want to look racist. And maybe that was some people. But fuck that, Doug. Robert Downey Jr., like if their biggest argument was that you couldn't get rid of the Marvel universe, then that's no argument to me.
No, and they don't. Well, yeah, I'm not.
The fucking Marvel universe, Doug. I don't give a fuck. Like I saw, like when it comes to all that superhero shit, the movies I did like were The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Joker. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, Doug, I think I may have seen one of the Spider-Man movies.
No, not
maybe.
Me.
I think I have. I don't even remember. And I may have seen one of the Iron Mans, but I'm not positive.
Nope, not me. And the thing is there's DC Comics and Marvel, and I'm just not a big Marvel dude. I mean, I've seen all the Batmans, bro, all the way back to Michael Keaton. I have seen the but I'm not first in line fucking waiting for tickets either. I'll catch it on bootleg or
is Batman I don't know the difference, so
I don't really either. I just know they're like gangs, bro. There's like Marvel and then there's DC Comics, and they're separate. I don't know. And I think Spider-Man's Marvel and I think Batman is DC. Not that I even give a shit on take one side or the other or one's better than the other. I just the only like out of all that bullshit has it ever interested me is pretty much Batman and the Jokers. Obviously, I watched those, and Black Panther was dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I did. That. Black Panther was dope. I like that shit was dope, and I seen it before I knew the guy was sick and passed away. So I actually liked that movie. That shit was tight. Aquaman was pretty fucking tight. I don't know if you've seen Aquaman. I watched that on a plane one time. It's not like I rented it. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I think I watched it at a friend's house when we had like something to go to or some shit. But yeah, I think it was all right. But,
I thought Robert Downey Jr. was funny in that movie with fucking Zach Galifianakis or whatever his name is. Due Date, that shit was fucking hella funny. Was funny.
That was another movie that my girl used to play on repeat when I fucking we started kicking it.
Hey,
Uh,
I got a question, bro. How come they didn't throw in a Bradley Cooper or Zach Galifianakis in that white guy actor conversation?
you know what? Oh, what about what? I mean, this is probably a little more light in the pantaloons, but what was that one with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga? I like that movie.
Oh, that was dope. I watched that one. Yeah,
What
that
was that
was
one called?
like a Born Again or Singer fucking whatever. I don't remember.
Born Again. We'll call it Born Again for those
Born
people
Again, bro.
listening. I like it, Doug. A Star is Born.
And their OnlyFans was called Porn Again.
But yeah, man. I don't know. Oh, you know what? You know who's a fucking? I mean, now I'm just kind of going off on a tangent. But you know who I think is a funny ass motherfucker? Just like you look at him
Who's
and you
that?
start fucking laughing. Danny McBride.
Yeah. Oh, he's fun,
Doug.
bro. Hey,
Danny
he is so
McBride.
funny. Oh, I like all his shit,
Doug,
dude.
and you know all the shit that he's in, and fucking like all the Seth Rogan shit.
Yes.
I just feel like fucking Doug, that motherfucker, like on Pineapple Express, fucking on fucking what is it where
Eastbound and Down, bro. Eastbound and Down. He got 3
yeah,
seasons.
well
on
his
that
own shit is fucking. And see, like on Eastbound and Down, wasn't Will Ferrell like the
Yes,
car dealer on
he was
that?
a car dealer.
See that I dug Will Ferrell on that. I thought that was fucking funny. But Doug, I see Danny McBride just looking at that motherfucker makes me want to laugh.
Oh, he's great. And then he did one with who was the last? What's that dude's name? I can't remember. He was the last guy they interviewed on Sirius before they went to Patreon. Remember that guy? He's on like a comedy.
Um,
Goofy white guy, not a goofy white guy, older like middle-aged white guy. I forgot his name, dude. I'll have to Google it. But him and Danny McBride also did a show called
Vice Principal.
yeah, Vice Principals.
Yeah, I don't know how many seasons of that it had, but I watched one season of that shit.
That shit was hella funny.
Oh, there's only 18 episodes.
Cool. I'm gonna keep it
Okay,
short
but-
and sweet. As long as they're all funny, I'm good.
You know what though? And see that's the thing is like something like that or like fucking Freaks and Geeks. Doug, Freaks and Geeks was probably like 12 episodes or some shit.
Right.
That's one of my favorite series of all time. And
Hell
and
yeah.
that's the thing is you don't go too long to where you start to run out of ideas where it starts to get boring. You know,
Are you
I'm
excited
like,
for Dexter coming back?
I am, Doug. And have you
too.
been watching You or no?
Uh-uh.
You're not a You dude? Well,
No.
well, see, I just finished the latest season of You. It's just so fucking Doug. That show, I love it. I can't turn it off. But just the way the season ended was kind of fucking weird. So anybody that checked it out is like kind of I don't know. But Dexter, I'm excited for Dexter to come back because a lot of people hated the way Dexter ended and shit. But I loved Dexter from start to finish. Like
Oh, me too. I liked all seasons.
I remember, Doug. I think it was around the time I broke my leg in like 2009.
Could you still kick it?
I remember I downloaded the first like 3 seasons or 5 seasons or however many of Dexter. Doug,
Yeah.
I watched that entire shit in like a week. I watched like
Really?
I watched like however many seasons. If you go to like 2009 or whatever, fucking I watched however many seasons were out. I would think it was at least 3. But Doug, I remember fucking watching that shit. I fucking binged that shit and then just watched the rest of the series like as it came out.
Yeah.
Doug, fuck, that was one of my favorite fucking shows.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite shows of all time too. When I was with my ex, shit, they had a dog and named his ass Dexter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a little
Oh.
chihuahua. He weighed about 6 pounds, fucking dripping wet. named
Oh,
Dexter.
really? His
Yeah.
name is Dexter. That's fucking funny, Doug. Let me see. One has to go. Oh, you know what? All right. Another thing they talked about was they said bitches love Chick-fil-A, right?
Okay.
And another thing that bitches love, I don't know, Doug, if you fucking if it's that
Wessel?
way where you're at,
Wessel.
they do love that, but
Okay.
also the Canes, Raising Canes.
My mom we just had one open yesterday. She was telling me she went, and I don't appreciate anyone referring her in that tone.
Some females love Raising Canes because
Right?
Doug, we got one like maybe 6 months ago. I don't know, maybe a year ago at this point. I don't even fucking know time anymore. But Doug, fucking everybody in town, mostly that don't have a penis, have been like fucking crazy about it, dog, and I haven't. I'm like, it's okay. I mean, I'm not like I don't hate it, but by no means am I like, fuck, I need to go get some of that shit.
She compared it to Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Chick-fil-A is better. I like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know, Doug. But
and we know that you didn't always like Chick-fil-A.
Why?
Didn't you say someone brought it to you one time and it was cold?
Oh yeah, my friend Deja, she brought me a fucking cold ass Chick-fil-A. Unknown callers, Doug. Right,
bro.
Here,
How do you? I got. You know what? I got a question, bro. How am I on airplane mode, and I'm getting calls?
Just turn off cellular.
It is.
Oh, then I don't know, Doug.
Oh well. Sorry, people.
It's all good. But yeah, man. Let me see. What else do you have for me? Do you have anything else?
I got the top Halloween candy by each state. Let's go.
Oh, Halloween. I forgot. Happy Halloween, everybody. I forgot.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween from the Kukui. Anyways, that was weird.
20 minutes.
What happened?
Nothing. No, my lady's like, when are you gonna hurry up and fucking be done with this shit?
Oh shit. So no, check it out. So I did a little bit of research, and did you know what's your guess, bro? What's the favorite candy in state of Arizona? Don't cheat.
Favorite candy in the state of Arizona.
Don't cheat, because we talked about this yesterday.
Okay, so I would say would have to be, I'm thinking the favorite candy across any state would have to be some kind of chocolate, like a Reese's or fucking Kit Kat or some shit.
Yeah, you know, and actually, as you bring that up, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is the #1 candy in the state of Cali, followed by Skittles and M&Ms. So I totally agree with you. But unfortunately, in the state of Arizona, their top #1 is hot tamales, followed by Hershey Kisses, then Snickers.
Hershey's. I prefer Hershey's over hot tamales. Hot tamales are fucking gross.
I disagree. I like the extra hot tamales. I don't think they're my favorite by any means, but
fuck no, Doug. They're just hot jelly beans. That's fucking nasty.
You never had like those little red balls in like grandma's little candy dish that you'd eat?
Yeah, but they were like sour. They weren't hot.
I don't know. Yeah, I like hot tamales, but yeah, that's what this survey says, bro. No, that's what the survey says.
All right. Well, okay, but you know what? I could get behind the reason why I could get behind a fucking Hershey's is because it's just good old fashioned fucking plain milk chocolate. Like you right. Don't gotta add like as much as I love Kit Kats are probably my favorite candy, Kit Kats and Butterfingers. But as much as I love like those kind of shits, or even like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, what I love about Hershey's, Doug, is it's just plain old chocolate. You ain't gotta add nothing fancy to it. You ain't gotta fucking put some nuts in that motherfucker, even though they have Hershey with almonds.
Although they get enhanced, they enhance the shit out of it when they do. But you're right.
Yeah, I know they have like fucking Oreo Hershey's and shit, you know. But just a plain old fucking old fashioned Hershey's, I can get down with. So, but the hot tamales, I'm gonna have to fucking. I need to put a big X back here, dog, like on the fucking X Factor.
On the Family Feuds.
And yeah, so we could just hit that shit because I don't get down with fucking hot tamales and shit.
You fuck with like gourmet shit like almond roca or like Ferrero Rocher?
I don't not fuck with it, but I don't be looking for it and shit. I'm just simple, dog. Just give me a fucking Butterfingers. And you know, I think my love for Butterfingers came from Bart Simpson when I was a kid.
Yeah. Don't lay a finger on your Butterfinger?
Yeah, I think that was where my shit really came from. And then now I think and see, okay, I have a debate for you.
All right.
Since Reese's Peanut Butter Cup are the biggest shit where you're at.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Reese's Peanut Butter. Okay, I got 3 categories. List these 1, 2, or 3. Reese's Big Cup, where it's that gigantic fucking Reese's, traditional classic Reese's, or the Reese's Minis.
None. I want the Reese's with the Reese's Pieces in the middle. You seen those with the candy bites in the middle? I want that one.
Okay. Well then, the classic Reese's.
Hey, bro, I didn't get to 230 by being plain, bro.
Doug, the classic Reese's or the fucking Reese's mini?
The minis.
Really? I fucking hate the minis. Dog,
because
like
you know why? Let me explain. And the reason why is like if I'm all chiefed and I want to rub down on some candy, the minis kind of make it more work where you're not getting as much as like, bro. I mean, I'm gonna get sick if you give me the 5 pound cup that they have on like Easter. I'm gonna eat that shit until I get sick. But at least with the minis, I can have one, have another one, drink some water, whatnot, chill for a minute, have another. It feels like with the other one because it's chocolate and it melts. The minute you open it, you got to eat it within a couple of minutes. You're gonna make a mess.
see, and that's why I like the fucking classic. I don't like the minis. Like, dog, we have a big ass jar of the minis right here at the pad. My girl's got like fucking that people can get and shit. I don't even.
Oh, I like your house, bro. It sounds great already.
You come over, dog. You can have a beer and you can have a Reese's. Come on,
Reese's. I'm gonna come over and that jar's gonna be here. You need to refill.
You can
that
have them, dog. I've only had one of those motherfuckers.
Really?
I don't like. Give me on a good day and I'll eat a shit ton of them. But for the most part, if they were like, like the fun pack for like Halloween and shit, but have like the normal size Reese's peanut butter cups, don't get me around those, dog. I'll fucking sell my dog to have some of those. Those are fucking good.
I even like sneaking in the 6-pack fucking single cup strip that you buy at the dollar store when I go to the movies, bro.
Dog, you know what we used to have when I was fucking when I worked at Cracker Barrel when I was like 19? We had these things. They were like, I forget what they were called, but they were these little balls of peanut butter with a little bit of chocolate around it, and then they'd stick like a fucking toothpick in it or some shit. Like that's how you would eat it.
Right.
It was basically like an extreme peanut butter Reese's peanut butter cup. Holy fuck, those were good, dog. People would get those shits all the fucking time. And for me, I think that's why I like the classic opposed to the mini, because there's more peanut butter in it, and I love fucking peanut butter.
Yeah, I like peanut butter too, bro. I do. So you like nut or butter cookies too, or what?
Anything with peanut butter, I'll fucking slap your mama for them. Not your mama, the general your mama.
Yeah. Well, and so let me round out the rest of my list. So what I found was crazy on that list though is like Georgia, they like Swedish fish, bro. Those little red gummies, like that was their top candy. Louisiana, like lemon heads, which I like both Swedish fish and lemon heads, but they are no way close to my favorite. Montana, their favorite was that old school fucking baseball double bubble gum. And fucking Ohio, their favorite was blow pops. Does that mean the chicks are doing blowies over there? I mean, what's going on, bro? What's your take?
Well, it depends. Is the fucking state predominantly female? Because if it is, and then their fucking blow pops are their shit, then maybe you have an argument there.
I mean, that's if all the chicks are over there have blow pops in their mouth, bro, that might create some problems.
Like fucking do you remember the rainbow game and shit?
No, I don't.
You'd have chicks. Everybody would like.
Oh, lipstick.
Yeah, put different color lipsticks on.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
Do you know where fucking lipstick originates from and shit, and it being quote unquote sexy and shit for fucking chicks?
No, learn me something.
Okay, well, I guess Roman prostitutes when
they had to start with hookers, right, bro? Really?
Roman prostitutes, if they had on the fucking lipstick, that meant they gave blowjobs. So
really,
so that is where it actually originates from. So that's why I guess that's part of where it's gone down from generation to generation, where you see lipstick and it just makes the chicks look like, you would think it would enhance their lips a little bit, make them look a little more voluptuous and shit. Well, which I'm sure is part of it, but I think deep down in the psychology of everything is that part of it knows, blowjob, Roman prostitute blowjob. I think that's part of where it comes from, because that's where it actually stems from. So if it stems from that, then I think generations of dudes, are fucking. It's in the back of your mind. You don't even know.
Speaking, since you got on that topic, I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question. When all of a sudden, bro, because I see it on TikTok all crazy, when did eating the Dookie Blaster it becomes such a big deal, bro? Why are people obsessed with eating other people's Blaster?
What kind of TikTok are you fucking on, dog? I haven't had any of that shit on mine.
Bro, there's one. Shit, I'm gonna send it to you. I seen it.
I got Mexicans building shit and people dancing like Michael Jackson. That's my whole fucking TikTok.
No, I got all kind of good shit on TikTok, but
You're
the
fucking Dookie blessed.
yeah, talking about eating the Dookie Blaster, bro.
Oh, you know what though? While you look for that shit, I have a little tip for anybody that likes fucking streams of UFC fights or whatever. For me, I can't always get the fucking Lakers game, so I'll stream it, right?
Right.
If you Google like free Lakers stream, you could find a stream on like, because there's a couple of websites that I use like Crack Streams or Ripple. There's a couple of go-tos, but if you can't find it there, you Google it. Maybe page 3 you might find a decent stream. All right, I found a way to hack all of this shit.
Okay.
So all you got to do is instead of Google, go to DuckDuckGo. You go to DuckDuckGo.com and you type in whatever stream you're looking for. Doug, like the first link you get will be fucking dope. I did that shit this week because I've heard Joe Rogan talk a lot about DuckDuckGo and how it doesn't filter your shit.
Really?
And so I guess Google will filter your shit. And like if you type in like free Lakers stream on Google, you'll get like NBA League Pass, and fucking League Pass, free trial, League Pass, right? The first like 13 results are from the NBA. But if you go to DuckDuckGo where they're not filtering your shit, they know exactly what you're looking for. So if you type in UFC 266 fucking stream, boom,
it sends you right there.
First result, you'll be able to fucking find a good stream.
Oh,
so if you're looking for something shady like a fucking stream, just go to DuckDuckGo.com and then fucking DuckDuckGo.com, code word, the after show but later.
Hey, well, speaking of, since you're giving advice, I got some advice that kind of tunes back to ties into what we were talking about earlier about crypto, but just some financial advice from a dude on TikTok. Here we go.
Until you have at least $500,000 stacked away in your bank account, don't waste your money on designer clothes and don't buy stupid shit. Don't try to be a bowler when you got no dollar. Come on, man. Shit. Get your mindset straight, get your priority right, and let's go get this mo.
Nay. Right.
Don't be a baller if you ain't got a dollar.
No, that's some real shit.
I love that shit. Did you send that to me or did I just pop up on my feed?
I don't know, bro. I'm half chiefed right now. I don't know if it could have been a little bit of both for all I'm concerned.
Fuck, man. Well, you know what? I think we're fucking about to wrap this shit up. I think we got ourselves a good episode right here.
Are we gonna go Latino or we're going tortilla or sliced bread?
To wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. But we're gonna change
how can you
that
wrap
one.
it up? How can you wrap it up with sliced bread?
Bro, you ain't ever wrapped up like a hot link or something, some sliced bread and some chili sauce? You roll it, bro. That's like a ghetto bagel dog, eh?
It's like it is like a ghetto fucking hot dog, right?
The ghetto bagel dog. That's way before they came out with the croissant wrap around it.
All right, you know what? I have done that shit. I can't even. Doug, I've eaten fucking.
See.
Doug, I've eaten. Doug, okay, I have a. All right, I have the ghettoest shit probably I've ever said on this shit. So this is the hood rat portion of the fucking.
Hood rat tales.
Doug. But have you ever had? Have you ever had a weenie sandwich?
Well, I had what I just described, but I never called it a weenie sandwich. We called it a ghetto bagel dog.
Where you get like a hot dog or a weenie, like we call it in the fucking ghetto community, right? And you slice that motherfucker, and you put it on bread just like it's bologna. And then you have fucking the hot dog is flat, so it's like it's a weenie.
Yeah. I've done that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a weenie sandwich, dog. I don't think.
Will you fry it in oil? You fry it though, right?
I guess you can.
You season it up or whatnot. You fry some oil, put some salt and pepper on it, and
throw some fucking mayonnaise and ketchup on that bitch. And just
so it tastes so it tastes like Taylor ham in the middle, but like a little crispy on the outside.
I kind of want something like that now. Fuck, that sounds kind of good. Some ghetto shit like that.
You know what I want, bro? I'm gonna go to the corner over here and get one of the bacon wrapped jalapeno fucking dogs, bro. Those are what do they call those? Dope. I forgot what they call those.
Doug, well, there was some. I told you I went to a couple auctions the last few weeks. Doug, right. There's some Mexican lady that goes there. She makes some bomb-ass burritos and some bomb-ass bacon-wrapped hot dogs. Fuck, Doug. Next auction I want to go to just so that lady will be there and I can buy some shit from her. I might go pick up some food and just bounce, not even fucking go to the auction, because nothing beats a fucking dope-ass breakfast burrito or even her carne asada burritos. Fucking to die for, Doug.
You get me hungry right here down the street. I'm gonna give them a little promo. It's called Lalo's. They got a little restaurant. They got this molcajete, bro, and it's only like $18.50, and it's got shrimp, chicken, cactus, and an asada on it with like this green chili sauce.
Ooh,
Oh,
fucking
bro.
dog. I haven't had like cactus like that, nopalitos or nopales, in fucking forever.
Well, they serve it on the molcajete, so it comes all fucking steaming and hot, dude, in the molcajete itself. Oh, it's awesome.
That sounds fucking bomb. Well, I'm gonna have to get some shit like that. But I think we're gonna wrap it up. Episode number 98. Al Kakui, you have anything else for us before we get this shit going?
No, just a couple shout outs, Stick Man, Tip Dog, Buck Tipton, Bobby Tipton, shout out Funky Monkey, everyone that tunes into us and that listens and supports our show. We got major love for you. Thanks for being a part of the show.
You know what? I have one more thing before we go. They were talking about this week that there's some people that talk about they don't have any friends that they're still friends with from when they were growing up.
Yeah.
And Covino was like, if you don't have friends that you grew up with now, then you're probably a fucking asshole. And I agree, Doug. A lot of my friends, a lot of my good friends, Doug, that to this day, like fucking my homie Nico, I've known him like close to 20 years. Luis, close to 20 years. Fucking Chris, close to 20 years. Like fucking Johnny, like fucking 50 million years. Like, and you just think about that shit, and it's like a lot of my closest friends I have known over fucking 10 to 15 years. And I know you talk about like Tip Dog or fucking like your homie that called in the other day. You've known that motherfucker like 30 years.
I've known him since he was 6. And, I've known Tip Dog since 88. Columbo, me and Columbo been boys since, 1990. Me and Mito were in the 3rd grade together, you know what I mean, at Marimonte Elementary School. And Goldie, we became cool through, doing shit we shouldn't be doing, but with like 92. Man, I've been friends with, because if you're not a scumbag, I think that's why Covino raises a good point.
Fucking 20, 30, fucking 40, 50 years that you've been friends with people. Like the general, like fucking Covino, he has friends that he's known since kindergarten, right? Fucking
that means
Rich.
He's not a backstabber or a dirty bastard. You know what I mean? That means he's a good dude.
Exactly, Doug. And the same thing, like fucking Rich said, like he talks about his homies like fucking Wall Street Paul and shit that he's known since they used to play wiffle ball and shit, right? Like I just think,
well, then why is he getting Dougie stale pics if he has a dude named Wall Street Paul?
I never thought of that. That's something
make no damn sense.
That's something for us to uncover between now and episode number, what is it, 99?
Behind the velvet soap.
So episode number 98, your boys D, Al Kukui. We appreciate everybody listening. Make sure you leave shit in the comments below. You let us know some of your favorite candies. Let us know some of the ghetto shit you ate. Did you ever eat a weenie sandwich? Let us know below. Let us know in the comments on YouTube. So everybody,
did you call it a weenie sandwich if you did?
Did you call it a weenie sandwich? After show but later, episode number 98. Baseline Trey, let's go.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your